What's going on? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Attack Productions. T.I. Bankrupt joined again by Trevor, and he's brought us back promo Babidi. We had a channel like a while back ago, didn't have a profile yet, so here it is. There's buttons, links, descriptions, check them out, and let's get into it, Trevor.
Yeah, so I decided to give Babidi a try, mostly because I didn't want to play Boo all the time. So I got to try this out. It did better tonight than expected. This was the pre-release leader for the most recent set. On the Unawakened side, when this card attacks, draw one, take a life. You awaken at 5 or less life, you restand one and draw one. On this side, you have Overlord once per turn. Permanent, it makes your Agents of Destruction Z battle cards cost 1 less Z energy and 1 less energy. Right now that's only 1 card. Auto, when you swing, you discard a card and you draw a card. Various cards in your deck make that less minus. Activate main, you choose up to 2 of your Majin and or Agent of Destruction cards and they gain Servant for the turn. I misplayed this tonight. I will make sure to cover that in a video. As far as the Majin package, we've run 3 of the draw 1 drops and 4 of the top 7 searchers. When you discard this off your leader effect, you can play it via the auto limit 1. You don't necessarily want to do that. The reason I run 4-3 is because you really want to see the promo Majin Buu Control Magic. This is your target on the Awakened side because when you discard it, he comes into play. You draw a card off your leader swing, you give this guy Servant, and then when you swing with him, you draw a card. So that's kind of how you make sure that you don't minus on that turn, and he becomes a 15k that you can bottom deck him and then draw a card. So you actually do plus in that situation, so it's actually not that bad. I run 2 Nightmare Glimpse, less so for the activate main down here because I don't want to discard cards. More so because it's a Majin card that's less than 6. I run 4 of this guy. I typically don't actually play him, but in the situation if the game goes longer, he's actually really great. Because if you give this guy Servant, his activate main, you can just discard a 0 plus 5k and gain his effect, because it just specifies if you have 25k power or more, you get to draw that card and dual attack, as opposed to in the Boo deck where you have to discard a 1 plus 10k or 2 0 plus 5s. So it helps you even out your hand there. This brings us to the 8-drop Boo. You will not go up the chain in this deck. You'll just tap 1 for this when you have 4 energy to play it from your hand. It's deflect, double strike, and if you discard it off the Babidi effect, you get to rest an opponent's battle card. It happens every once in a while. Ideally, you're not doing that, or off the activate main from the Boos. I do run 4 of this guy. He already has Servant. And he's also not an Agent of Destruction, but since he already has Servant, you can still Overlord him. The auto or activate main, you tap 1 if your leader is that, or Evil Wizard Babidi, which he is Evil Wizard Babidi. And you have 2 or more energy, draw 1 card, play this card from your hand. When it attacks, you choose one of your opponent's battle cards, 5k or less, or 5 energy or less, KO it. Additionally, if you have a Yellow Sun Goku in play or in your Z energy, he gains double strike for the turn. So he becomes a 25k double strike. When it comes to the Sun Gokus, we're running 2 Steadfast Assistants and 3 Universe at Stake. I side another one of these just in case for certain matchups. This usually is enough to make sure that I have a charge target to make sure I can get off this double strike here. This guy on swing rests an opponent's card. It does not specify battle card, so you can rest opponent's energy. And you also, when all of your other stuff is rested, you can, well, all your battle cards and stuff are rested, then you can restand him and swing again and rest another energy. Comes in handy. You can also rest blockers, token blockers. I run 2 counter coolers. You just really want to see them when you want to see them. Just too good of a card to not run. I run 2 Vegeta's Final Flash. Again, just too important. Too many people swing with battle cards for triple strike and combo out their hand, and then they just lose. 1 Power Super Saiyan, obvious reasons. 2 token blocker negates, obvious reasons. I run 2 Nimbus and 2 Time Magic. You can do certain side stuff where you run more of these in the sides depending on matchup. If they have a lot of tall dual attack swingers or just dual attack swingers in general, use this. If they go wide, you use more Nimbus. I have 1 Metacooler in here. Just again, free negate. So these would be 2 Vegetos. I don't own them, I borrow them. Bancroft might put them in there, but they're the counterplay, turn off strike effects, opponent has to tap cards when they swing. Partnered with Mecha Frieza Robotic Riposte, negate the attack. When they swing with non-unison cards for the turn, they have to rest an additional card. Reduce cost if you have extra cards in your drop or energy. My super combo of choice is actually Counterblast Sun Gohan. This is purely because sometimes you want to rest an opponent's battle card, because sometimes you play against opponents that don't swing with cards, and you want something in rest mode to gain effects on other Z battle cards that we'll get to in a moment. And then 1 Super 17 Sibling Absorbed as my SCR of choice. This card has won me so many games. They will tap out going for a win con card, and then I just say no. Certain cards obviously have deflect, but a lot of SCRs people are playing right now don't, outside of like the A21. So it just turns off opponents, and it's 40k crit if it sticks around. It's awesome. Z-Deck. 1 SSB Vegeta Surmounting the Impossible. That way if you play against Stolly decks that don't swing, after 2 swings with your leader and this, you'll be able to self-awaken. This guy, because he can restand your Prince of Destruction battle card. I run 1 set of the various boos that you need. That way, if I can awaken turn 2, I'll play this guy and then awaken, as opposed to the next Z battle card. Obviously, dual attack, you give it Servant, so it's just discard 1 and you gain the dual attack and draw 1. And then the main reason, obviously, that people like to try the deck is this guy, because he becomes a 2/1 dual attack. When this card is played, choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. Additionally, if that card was in rest mode, you gain crit for the turn. So you can, if your opponent's not resting stuff, you use Power of a Super Saiyan or that Counterblast Sun Gohan, rest it, then play this.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Trevor. Like always, his buttons, links. Check them out, guys. Bye.